friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a creative catch-up. Now I actually have a few ideas in the works. As you know, this channel is taking a bit more of a relaxed pace now, but it's definitely not something that I've given up on and I'm not going to be uploading to. So for the next couple of months you may see odd videos, and there's definitely going to be a Harry Potter one towards the end of July, which is a new subscription box unboxing. So get excited for that because it's basically something that's really up my street. So I'm excited to share that. Today we are looking more at my creative hobbies, and I've been doing so much arty, crafty stuff, and I've got a lot to talk to you about, so let's get started. If you are new around here, don't forget to subscribe. I make different types of videos now. I started as Harry Potter, but we do a bit of a variety. I'm a very creative person, so I have lots of different hobbies. So hopefully on this channel, you'll find something you like. So during lockdown, it was absolutely perfect for me to dig into my more creative projects. I've always been doing them. It's something that over the years I've dipped in and out of consistently. And I don't think there's ever been a time since the age of 16 or even younger where I haven't been doing something creative. And obviously lockdown gave me a lot of free time, so I was doing things that I hadn't done for a while. And also not having such a regular YouTube schedule meant that I was able to do things that I may not previously have been able to. The first creative project of lockdown. Now I'm not going to talk so much about my crochet because it is something I've mentioned quite consistently in my other catch-ups during the time we were all at home, but I'm still doing it and it had to be mentioned because it is a creative project. It was started with a magazine subscription. If I'm honest, I need motivation in the comments down below because I've neglected it over the last few weeks doing other creative things, but I've left it out in the lounge to ensure that I do not forget about it and put it away again. 5 years is long enough. This needs to be finished. I was doing a square a day and I have slacked off. So please motivate me to get this finished because it is looking so good. The next thing that inspired me during lockdown was a program called Kirsty's Lockdown Crafts. It's not called that. It's a program in the UK done by a TV presenter who is known for being quite creative. She does a lot of Christmas shows. Why can't I remember the name of the program now? It doesn't matter. Basically on this show, she did 2 weeks of solid craft activities for the whole family from her home. So it was really, really interesting, and it was meant to be making things that essentially you could use with things you have around the house, which is perfect. I'm already at an advantage because of the fact I have so much craft stuff. So when she's saying if you've got a glue gun, that's ideal. I'm somebody who has one of those. I don't expect most people did, so it might have been a little bit frustrating. But generally, she did have things that most people would have something that they could use. So I ended up doing 2 projects from this show. There was definitely more I could do, but I needed to buy more stuff, and that's not really the point. So I stuck with these ones, and the first one I did, I've had this up in my room, well, in my art room, I'm going to call it, in like the study area of our house, and it is a balloon, what's this called? Just a balloon decoration, a hot air balloon decoration. This is something that did use a glue gun, and it was designed to be made with coloured card, which I didn't have, so I used a cereal box and then I used my craft papers on top. I chose 6 different types, so, or maybe was it 4, so that the balloons all matched. These bits are made out of cereal boxes. I did already have this white string. It's got a little loop at the top, so it's been hung up in my room. And then I made the clouds, and where I made this unique to everyone else's is I used cotton wool to cover them and make them fluffy. Oh, and obviously to support our NHS, I made a little rainbow at the bottom because I felt it needed something extra. So this is really, really cute, and I've had it hung up now probably for a couple of months, and it spreads a bit of cheer and was a joy to make. There may be other creative projects I'm forgetting. Most of them are definitely here. I left off the Animal Crossing journal and things because that's something I've spoke about before, and this isn't an Animal Crossing channel, so we're staying clear of that for today. Next thing was actually something that maybe I'm not 100% really happy with to display forever because it's quite a niche item, and it was more about the making than the end result with this. so that's why I did it. So me and my sister over lockdown, she was on her own and she wanted to do some things with me. We had loads of video calls. So we decided to do a craft project together, and we made a frame from the TV show that I was talking about. And it was all made using cereal boxes, and I think an Amazon box, glue, string, and just an old magazine. So really nothing. I made one related to my favourite animal, which is orangutans. I had some old Monkey World newsletters, which is an ape rescue centre in the UK, and I used those, because I didn't have newspaper, to create a frame, and then we did some origami to stick on top. So this is the end result. I know it looks a bit random, but I was really, really happy with the butterflies, and the fact the frame actually turned out very, very well. It looks a bit dodgy on the back. If I did this again, I could do a much better version. I'm really happy that I now know how to make these. And I didn't have a photo to stick in it, so I just did this love your life inspiring quote. With an orangutan, I did a fun little funky pen background, and that's that really. But I really enjoyed it. My sister did a crossword one, which looked really cool because it was in black and white. So it looked probably better than mine, and she's less creative. I was really happy that she came out with something that she was so pleased with, and I think she's displaying it and put a photo in it as well. And I kind of did the teaching for that. I think I need to be a craft teacher. Something that I would really like to do one day is run an art class, or maybe more of a craft class. That's a bit more relaxed for me. That would be awesome. Now, something that has had a big impact on the end of lockdown, I only actually discovered this in the last couple of weeks of me being off work. I am actually now back working 4 days a week from the office, but I've still got a good amount of free time. And each Friday, there is a really cool free virtual art class by a couple who generally run art classes around London in pubs and bars for fun and to kind of spread joy, and for people who are not so creative to get into art, which is really fun. So obviously you pay to do it, and they will have a certain project that you'll be doing that week, and it's called Art Sippers because you have a drink with it. They do it in a very relaxed way, a very mindful way, and it's so much fun. So I saw this on somebody else's Instagram story. I just randomly come across it, and I'm really, really happy I did, because it's just right up my street. Every week now, because they haven't been able to go to pubs and bars, they have been doing a free virtual class, and they're going to continue it. They just ask for donations, understandably. But you don't have to donate. And if you do, it can just be like £1, £2. It's 2 hours every single Friday. So it's something I've got into a routine of now. They did one live last week from the Natural History Museum. Yeah, I've been tuning in for ages. So I've done now 4 different pieces of art, which has really, really helped me develop my skills, because I've got a lot of experience doing different types of art. Acrylic's one of my favourite medias to work in, but still haven't been properly making paintings or painting them for that long. In the last couple of years, I just haven't done it. Not very much. I've mainly been doing colouring and drawing more than painting. So it's been really, really nice. The first week was a protest parrot, and that was in light of the BLM stuff, and that was awesome. That one I actually sold, so I haven't got it to show you. And it's on my personal Instagram, so you could have a look, and I will link it down below. That was really nice to make a bit of money from that, and I also donated some of it to them. The second one I did, so this is the hummingbird. This was the second picture that I painted. I've used some gold, some silver metallic paint, which really makes it stand out. Look at it shine. And the bird itself was really, really nice, and I love the way how the blues all kind of complement each other. That was a lot of fun, and I tuned in the next week and we created this otter. Now he's holding a cup of tea because you were meant to paint him with your favourite beverage. That's my favourite beverage. So this one was great. It was a lot harder than the first week, but that's fine because I'm really, really happy to test my skills. And I was really happy with how it turned out. I'd had quite a few sips of my sip by that point, so actually getting this result was really, really good. And we have now a different piece of art. We will go back to my favourite Art Sippers piece. But I got for Christmas a gem art kit, and I didn't know when I was going to do it. It was one of those things that I was excited to do, but also like, when am I going to sit down and do this? And I was also a little bit scared because I can get bored doing like kits and things like that if they take a long time, just like I did with the crochet blanket. I like fast results often. But I sat down for the day with Disney Plus and I created this cactus, and it is made out of tiny little gems. There was a tool, it was from Hobbycraft, where you had this little stick, you stick it in some putty and then take it up and you can grab a gem, and then the surface of the canvas behind was sticky, so you just stick it down. It was really, really fun and therapeutic. By the end, obviously, I was a tiny bit tired of it, but the end result was amazing. It does shine, as you can see. And I really liked the design, so I found a frame for it and I've got it stood on my bookshelf now. That was one of my favourite things I did. Last but not least was the last art class I did on Wednesday. They did a special one, which was with the Natural History Museum, and it was a bee. You needed bubble wrap, and I was actually really excited about using bubble wrap. I wasn't sure I had any, but then I found some. So I got home from work, it was on straight after, it was on quite early, so I didn't know if I'd make it, but I was really glad I did, because this is absolutely my favourite picture in a while. I said to John that this is probably my second favourite picture I've done, like, ever in acrylic. Probably. I've done quite a few now, but not for a long time. So I added lots of texture to the bee in different blacks and greys, same with the yellow on the bee. I do really like how I did the background, so that's a variety of splodges and splats really. And then I used the bubble wrap to create this gold effect, and we used pink as well. And then I did a little flower at the bottom. So this one I think I'm going to frame in future. I'm very happy with it. And funnily enough, yesterday they were doing a pride piece, which is really cool, but I wasn't going to tune in because it was quite late on in the day and I'd already just done one 2 days before. But I was on my way home from the supermarket, saw it and was like, okay, yeah, I do really need to do that one. So I'm probably going to do that one tonight. I'm quite excited to try it. So that one is right up my street because it's space themed. I love space. It's an astronaut on the moon with a flag. It looks great, so I'm going to give it a go, but only if I've got enough black paint. I need to buy some more soon. So there we go. That was my creative catch-up. There will be more creative catch-ups because it's something that I absolutely love to talk about. Look out for the Harry Potter video. I still like to keep you guys happy, and there will be more on this channel over the coming weeks and months. Let me know in the comments down below what you've been doing in the last few weeks, even if it's not creative. Just let me know how you are and what you've been up to. I will leave a link as well for Art Sippers if you want to get involved in that. As I said, totally free and so much fun. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye.